a former USC legend, and I can't wait to hear from your point of view. Mark Sanchez, former NFL quarterback and current Fox Sports analyst, has been charged with a felony battery in connection with the altercation in Indianapolis, which happened a few days ago, which was October 4th. Sanchez allegedly confronted a 69-year-old truck driver, Perry Toll, over a parking spot in an alley between two hotels in Indianapolis around midnight on that Saturday. And essentially, they said Toll was uh, performing. They say he was performing his job like collecting used grease from restaurants,
Hmm.
and then basically like as far as like the escalation, the confrontation escalated into like obviously a physical altercation. And I don't know if you saw the pictures or not, but that shit was crazy.
Yeah.
And apparently Sanchez accused of attacking Toll, and I think Toll claims he pepper sprayed Sanchez, and then he ended up stabbing him in self defense. So he thought, from his point of view, that Sanchez was trying to kill him. And what's funny is Sanchez also got hospitalized, was low-key probably belligerently drunk, but I haven't come out yet because I'm assuming he was because they said after like he woke up and whatnot, he said he doesn't really recall any of that. And then, like I said,
That
from
nigga
the
was drunk.
pictures,
He was drunk.
that
Yeah.
nigga was lit. And because of that, so like I said, with the picture, he suffered facial injuries, which included a laceration to his cheek that allegedly went through his cheek through his tongue. And he's also recovering from other injuries to his head, jaw, and neck. So the prosecutors basically said that with Sanchez, it says Sanchez with misdemeanor accounts of battery resulting in injury, public intoxication, and unlawful entry of a motor vehicle. But they said based on new information about the extent of Toll's injuries and his age, the charges were upgraded to a level 5 felony battery involving serious bodily injury. And level 5, in case you guys didn't know, felony carries a possible prison sentence of 1 to 6 years and a fine up to $10,000. And right now, Sanchez has pleaded not guilty to all the charges. But that's enough of my little soliloquy, man. What are your thoughts on this situation? It was just so random because before you start talking, my whole YouTube algorithm is kind of, as far as football is geared towards like Bills Mafia. And this dude literally had an interview like with Josh Allen. Like, you know how like, what's McAfee had, like, he used to have his weekly interviews with Aaron Rodgers. That's basically what Sanchez was also doing on the side. And his first interview was interviewing with Josh. Everything seemed cool, and then you kind of hear this, and I'm just like, bro, what the hell is going on? But what are your thoughts on all that, man?
I mean, of course, everything's gonna seem cool when I mean, he's a Fox analyst. Like, he's gonna be professional when it comes to it. But bro was out getting loaded. He was out getting blitzed, and he did some crazy shit. Like, he has to be a football player, you have a certain level of aggression. That's just like part of the game. And I heard some
Yeah.
other professional athletes and former football players talking about it as well, of like when they would get really drunk when they were in the league and like having their teammates having to have to calm them down. Um, and yeah, I think he's just clearly a bad drunk. He might have been going through something that made him want to get way more drunk that night. I don't know, or he just wasn't around the people that usually kind of like rein him in or take care of him. But he almost beat an old man to death. Like that's what it is. It was crazy. Especially like seeing the pictures from it. And it's also funny because, of course, when it first comes out, I'm just seeing Mark Sanchez stabbed, so I'm like, dang, what happened? How did he get attacked? When in reality, he was the one doing the attacking. Uh, so yeah, I mean, I don't feel bad for bro at all. Like that's, in the end of the day, it's fucked up.
Bro, and football athletes, get along quarterbacks, are big as fuck. He's like 6'2", 6'3", 230. What are you fighting an old man for? You know what
That's
I'm saying?
literally what I
Like
was gonna say is like, bro, I would have stabbed that nigga too. Like, you know how
you're
football players
essentially a
are? Like,
registered weapon compared to him. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Like that's wild. And you too old for that, bro. Like I can see if it was a YN whose frontal lobe isn't fully developed yet, but yeah, that's embarrassing. So whatever happens to him, that's on him, bro. I don't feel any type of way. I do feel bad for the older guy. You know, I think almost 70, but yeah, he's probably gonna lose everything. He
Also,
does have something.
I really
What?
don't even. I have no one. I was like, I feel like if you're a NFL fan of a certain age, you probably don't even know who the hell Mark Sanchez is.
Yeah,
All I like how you had to say USC legend because he was not good with the Jets. He didn't
at
do
all.
it and lost his job. And then I don't think he might have been a backup for a little bit somewhere, but like not really. Um, so it's just like, yeah, you weren't great at that, and clearly I don't know how you this the whole life thing. It doesn't seem like you're great at that either because you're out here beating up old dudes and getting stabbed.
Yeah, so we go continue to monitor that situation as well too. But if I was a betting man, even though he's white, I think that's a L.
This
That's
guy's
a
name is
L.
Sanchez, bro. What are you talking about? Sanchez? In
Uh,
this climate, they about to throw the book at him. What are you talking about? This is
you're
not the
right.
time for Hispanic people to be doing anything in this country. Like, come on, man. They've been waiting. They have been waiting. Trust me. It's just being real. Like, the same way we can't really do stuff, but it's peak for them right now. Like they are really on Hispanic people's asses. You know all this.
You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong. You ain't wrong.